fatherland is secure in its own strength. German power dominates all Europe, except Britain, the Balkans, and Russia. The battles of the West are over, and their dead honored. The Herrenvolk have come into their own. Everything the Führer has promised is coming true. Life is bright and sweet in Germany in the spring of 1941. Britain in the same spring has only the thin thread of survival in her hands. No force to strike at Germany, except a small force of bombers which dare not fly by day. These are mainly twin-engine Wellingtons, the brave old wimpies that go out at night, without escort or radio beams to help them to their target.
Oh, now there's your plug and lead.
All right, thank you.
Operations tonight, fellas.
How do you know?
Oh, I'll get around. I'll get all the gen.
What's up? Morning, Corporal. Here's today's orders.
We can tell what the weather is today in England. We can only guess what it will be tonight over Germany.
Good morning. The Met Officer confirms the good weather forecast for tonight, sir.
Right. Then we'll go ahead with our maximum effort.
Bomber command to all groups. Maximum effort tonight, town 434, Germany. Target, naval docks and barracks.
Right, sir.
Get me the intelligence room, please. Ask the wing commander to come in.
Yes, sir. Hello, intelligence room. The group captain wants you.
Yes, sir. Freihausen, sir? It's on the Rhine, sir.
What I want is target information. The latest target maps. Any recent photographs showing the new oil tanks and storage. Briefing is at 14:30 hours.
Maximum effort sounds good, but there are only about 60 of us in most of these shows over Germany. Cloud and ice, darkness and enemy defenses are all loaded against us. We get our briefing, target, route, height, bomb load, weather. Then we go.
They take off as night falls. But even if they find the target, who knows if they'll hit it?
Below us in the night lies a Germany which we can hardly touch. Below us, Goebbels and his henchmen are preparing a new propaganda drive as the enemy forces are secretly moved from west to east. Germany calling, Germany calling, Germany calling. Here are the Reichs under ambush. Station Bremen,
and station DXB on the 31-meter band. You are about to hear our news in English. The diplomatic correspondent of the Italian newspaper Tribuna writes that England and France are spreading false and misleading rumors about alleged intentions of Germany in the Balkans. These allegations against Germany are entirely unfounded because every German interest favors the maintenance of peace in the Balkans.
This is one way of declaring war. On April the 6th, 1941, the Blitzkrieg moves into Yugoslavia and Luftflotte 4 goes into action. The locusts are swarming again.
We come from Sarajevo, Sambo, Belgrade, Niš. We are on the road because our homes are bombed. But there is nowhere to go. Already the Germans are in front of us, and even Greece, they say, is overrun.
The British forces in Greece are in retreat. Of 9 Royal Air Force squadrons sent there, only a remnant survives. Organized resistance in Yugoslavia has ended. Some will be made slaves. Some will join the secret, bitter battle of resistance. But others will take the easier way and welcome the victors.
In Germany, we need the Balkan oil for our war machine. In Germany, we all have our tasks, like the soldiers at the front. Here, in the heart of the Ruhr, safe from our enemies, we can forge all the armament we need for our greatest conquest.
From the Führer and Supreme Commander, Directive number 21. The German armed forces must be prepared, even before the end of the war against England, to overthrow Soviet Russia in a rapid campaign. Operation Barbarossa.
Wehrmacht will be in Moscow in 8 weeks. 4 commands of the Air Force will support our attack. Luftflotte 5 in the far north. Luftflotte 1 along the Baltic coast towards Leningrad. Luftflotte 2 across the center of Poland towards Smolensk. Luftflotte 4 in the south towards Kiev, the Crimea, the Caucasus.
June the 22nd, 1941. Operation Barbarossa. This is the long-prepared crusade of Nazism, launched on a front of nearly 2,000 miles. Born of hatred, it will stop at nothing. July the 6th, in 2 weeks, the German forces have swept the Russians out of Poland and reached the Dnieper. 100 divisions beat back the Russian tanks. July the 20th, 4 weeks. The German army is halfway along its road, and the Luftwaffe is already raiding Moscow. But the Red Air Force still flies, reinforced by a wing of British Hurricanes, and strikes back at the Germans in the field. The airmen die. The Red Army retreats behind a shield of fire. Stalin has broadcast the doctrine of scorched earth. Nothing will be left for the invader. The 8 weeks pass, and the Germans in their charred wilderness are still short of Moscow. September. The first snow falls. The adventure of high summer freezes on the Russian steppes, but is still pushed painfully forward by its own weight. October. Kiev and Kharkov have fallen. Now German airborne forces attack the Crimea, the southern stepping stone to the Caucasus. Nearly half the German Air Force is committed to a long campaign on the Eastern Front. The war of cheap victories is over. The war of attrition has begun. Throughout the winter, the Russians guard the Caucasus. The railway and the road from Persia in the British-held Middle East run through these mountains. By this route and by Arctic convoys to the White Sea, supplies begin to come in from the Western Allies. New equipment for the Red Army, new planes for the Red Air Force. Britain has been sending all the help that can be spared and carried to the Russian front, under an agreement signed within 3 weeks of the German attack.
His Majesty's government in the United Kingdom and the government of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics have concluded the present agreement and declare as follows. The two governments mutually undertake to render each other assistance and support of all kinds in the present war against Hitlerite Germany.
Spring 42. Britain is ready to open a new offensive in the air. Churchill has said, we must develop the power to carry an ever-increasing volume of explosives to Germany, so as to pulverize the entire industry on which the war effort of the enemy depends. First, we must build the bombers.
Unity Pilot welcome. We played you this morning on Rhythmic Record.
This is a kind of long-range battle between our factories and Hitler's. We're making something he hasn't got. A stock of 4-engine heavy bombers, Sterlings, Halifaxes and Lancasters. We're on what the ministry men call maximum output. Double shifts, efficiency experts, workers' playtime, balanced diet, the lot.
shall see old pals again, round the back of the arches, down in Sanders Glen.
I'm a guy who's never going to roam again once I'm in the old hotel.
By and by I'll see my little home again, then I'm going to settle down. Round the back of the
What about a drop of music, Charlie?
Round the back of the arches, down in Sanders Glen.
I'm a guy who's never going to roam again once I'm in the old hotel.
By and by.
Away from the assembly lines of metal giants, carpenters and cabinet makers are working on something new. The plywood mosquito, with the speed of a fighter and the range and load of a bomber. These will also be the eyes of our new force. For next, we must find the targets. If we cannot attack the enemy by day, at least we can photograph him. A camera flown over Germany in a mosquito can show us what to bomb later in the dark. But the camera cannot guide the night bomber to its target. For this, we need the newest of radar systems, known as G.
I want to impress upon you that this equipment is most secret and completely new. It will provide you with a really accurate means of navigating to your target in the dark or through cloud. It's based upon 3 transmitter stations in this country, A, B, and C. In your aircraft, you will be able to pick up radio pulses from A and B and see them on your cathode ray tube as 2 blips. The difference in distance between these will give you a line of position. These lines of position extend right across the North Sea and as far as the Ruhr. They will give you an accurate navigational aid right into the heart of enemy territory.
For the spring offensive of 1942, Bomber Command has 600 operational aircraft. Nearly 100 of them are the new 4-engined heavies. The great industrial centers of Western Germany will be our main objectives: Hamburg, Cologne, and the cities of the Ruhr. Air Marshal Harris has taken over the command with orders to start intensive operations. The plan is to saturate the enemy's defenses with the heaviest possible bomb load. Bombs have grown from 500 to 8,000 pounds. The nights to come will be long and hard for the citizens of the Reich and for the crews of Bomber Command. Headquarters, Bomber Command, May the 30th, 1942. Somehow another 400 aircraft have been found and manned for the first 1,000 bomber raid in history. The target is Cologne.
How many aircraft have we got on the board for tonight?
1,046, about 50 from Army Cooperation Command, and the whole of 2 groups are.
Good. Well, the weather's a bit tricky for tonight, but I'm hoping that G's going to see us through. What do you think about it, Saywood?
Well, sir, we've made a terrific effort, and we've got nearly 50% of the main force equipped, including all the heavy aircraft.
I see. The CNC's picked 2 aiming points in Cologne. They're marked on this target map, and the whole show's got to be over in 90 minutes.
Command to all groups. Groups to all stations. Carry out operation according to the 1,000 plan.
Number 4 group, 8 Whitleys, 9 Wellingtons, 138 Halifaxes.
Number 5 group, 33 Hamlins, 45 Manchesters, 79 Lancasters.
Mildenhall, 26 Sterling.
L12, 14 Wellingtons.
Waterbeach, 8 Sterlings.
navigator's free. Now every navigator was a fine type, and a very fine type was he. 15 miles of track, said the navigator, I don't give two hoots, said the pilot. Very, very men are we. There's none so fair and can compare with the boys of...
Right, gentlemen, maximum bomb load tonight, comprised mainly of incendiaries. Remember that this will leave you an extremely small reserve of petrol.
Your route will be from base to Udall, to the target, from the target to Euskirchen, to Nordland, and back to base.
You'll maintain WT and RT silence and take off to target. If you don't, you'll get picked up by the Jerry monitoring stations.
It will be moonlight, so you'll have to watch out for night fighters all the way.
Tonight, you'll be 1,000 strong.
Englische Flieger kommen, alle in den Keller. Englische Flieger kommen, alle in den Keller.
Von Ludwigs 5 nach Ludwigsburg-Fürst 4-5.
Mit Westkurs. Dabei viele deutsche Jäger. In Ulrich Ludwig 3-400. Achtung! 11, 3 Viertel. 11, 3 Viertel. 31, 131. Zentren, Dung, 3,5. 10 und 3,5. Feuer, 1,5.
Yesterday, they were making weapons for the drive to Stalingrad. Today, they are concerned with their dead, their injured, their 60,000 homeless. Today, it is Cologne. Tomorrow, Essen, Mülheim, Bremen, Hamburg. The ruin of their factories has begun. Their trains are filled with refugees. Their war has come home to the Germans.